So this is gonna be a lot like the um, Dragon Ball video, as this is in honor of Ben Potter's passing. I was going to be doing this video anyways, but with him being taken from us so tragically last week, I thought it would be nice to do something in his honor after all the time he spent entertaining every single one of us on YouTube. Here we go. So I wanted to do a problem with video in honor of Benny, since that's one of the things he liked to do when he was criticizing a comic or something. He would choose just one small thing and do about a 10-minute video on it. And so that's what I am going to do today. My choice of topic is death in the Transformers universe, as I have come to notice when I was recently watching all of the Bayverse movies with my girlfriend, that it seems for some reason that death is just not permanent, depending on who you are or how important you are to the universe. Now, I mean, I know that's something that tends to be a concept in comics or stories, anyways, where largely important or popular characters, they just don't stay dead because you can't make money off of a character you've killed off when people love them, unless you're really good at story writing and can keep that character in the writing. But you don't see a lot of that nowadays. What you do see, especially in the Bayverse, is you see Optimus die, Bumblebee die on repeat. We see quite a few of the Autobots get killed, but B, Optimus, Mirage, all are prime examples of just how death doesn't stick. Because, we see Jazz get torn apart by Megatron. We watch Ratchet get melted down by the humans. We see all these characters that I personally really enjoyed, especially like Ratchet, never get to come back because they're not Bumblebee or Optimus, or I mean, I don't know what Mirage's excuse was for getting to survive when all the other third-party Autobots get murdered movie after movie after movie, but I just find it almost, it's not unbearable. It's not unbearable. I find it very silly though, because I almost wondered when I was thinking about this before I wanted to make the video. I thought about it. I was like, oh, well, am I going to go and rant about this just to have somebody comment, have you ever read one of the comics before? Which, no, actually, I have not. I've never actually gotten to enjoy a Transformers comic, so I imagine that maybe that's something from the comics too, where they happen to die and get revived a lot. And so I was like, I mean, there's definitely something I can look over. But when you are like me and you have these characters you enjoy and you're watching them get ripped to shreds to never see them make another appearance, meanwhile, Optimus gets his spark ripped out, what, twice? Or something like that? Optimus dies, gets revived with the Allspark, and then again in a later film he takes a tank round or something to his chest that puts him into a coma. I mean, a coma is not death, it's not dead, but he gets put into a fucking coma and just walks it off after it gets pulled out by Mark Wahlberg's character. I mean, yeah, obviously they're not gonna kill him. He's Optimus Prime. Dude, fucking Megatron. He's another prime example. Megatron was dead, frozen in the ice at the start of the first movie. Comes back to life. Gets destroyed by Optimus and the rest of the Autobots. Comes back to life. Gets destroyed again. Comes back to life somehow. Like, nobody ever really truly stays dead. And if it's, like, not plot relevant. And, I mean, like, I feel like I'm already beating a dead horse at 5 minutes into this, but I just don't get it. I mean, Bumblebee gets to come back because he was laying on a rock of energon that gets blasted with some nuclear radiation or something from space and kickstarts his heart again. It was a prequel movie, so of course they couldn't kill him, but I mean, like, I would really, really like to see if death had more consequence in the Transformers. I mean, it's like when the majority of the Autobots got killed. Sure, Optimus Prime, he grieved for his lost friends and soldiers, but it was never really well fleshed out in the story as to why they had to absolutely get demolished, why they couldn't have been kept as a side role. I mean, we got Hound and not Lockdown. No, Lockdown's one of the bad guys. We got Hound and his name is skipping me at the moment, but the one who's the samurai that turns into a helicopter and into a sports car. He's like, these are all characters that could have had their roles filled by characters that instead were offed. There was so much development that those characters that got offed could have had instead of them choosing to do. Oh, Optimus died again. Oh, B got speared through the chest again. Oh, B's dead. Oh, Optimus is dead. It feels like being in the middle of a tennis court, except the tennis ball is the Autobot logo. I genuinely can't entirely wrap my head around it. I mean, I just wish it was differently written. I really, really do just wish it was differently written. I mean, Optimus's first death was pretty cool with them shoving the Allspark back into him to bring him back to life. That was good plot death. That is good plot death. But I can't see any oh, I remember why they killed B. And when they did I believe it was shit, whichever title had my bad. I had a total brain fart. I couldn't remember Mirage's name. But the reason why B had to die in the movie that Mirage was in was I noticed they needed to be able to recreate the Transformer human buddy duo that they created for the dynamic that Bumblebee and Sam Witwicky had. Except in this case, we were working with I forget the name of the characters. Geez, I really should have done this all sooner, but it's been a busy time for me. I couldn't get all of this just pre-recorded. I'm pretty late to it now. But the character that Mirage is protecting for the majority of the movie, they have that same dynamic that B and Sam Witwicky had, and that was part of the reason why they killed B for that movie. I know that. I could wrap my head around that much. Was just so that they could give Mirage and his human all the screen time in the world without Optimus and Bumblebee taking it all up. I feel like it's mostly a lot of fan service in the Bayverse, but I mean, it's definitely enjoyable for somebody like me who was a kid when the movies first came out. Like, if you just want to watch robots beat on each other, that's exactly what those movies are for. But if you're looking for something that makes sense in a story, don't look to the Transformers. Because like I've been going on about for the past 8 minutes and 20 seconds, death is inconsistent. It's almost as bad as Star Wars or Marvel or Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is pretty damn bad with their death inconsistencies. Everybody just comes back from a single wish and whatever. Like, you know, I think about it a lot. I'm like, so in the case of Optimus with his Allspark, if there were any of the Autobots that didn't get melted down entirely after the war in Chicago when they all got hunted down, there's a good possibility that any of the dead bot bodies probably could have been revived with another spark. And once again, the characters all just get thrown away. It's a decision that I would not have made. And I mean, I'm not a movie director, of course. By no means, I'm not Michael Bay. But if I was him, I would have made completely different decisions for the Transformers verse. And that's as simple as that. No, there wouldn't have been 2 or 3 deaths for Optimus. Bumblebee wouldn't have died 3 times. I wouldn't have had the Autobots all get murked by the humans. Shit, the Decepticons have a better survival rate than any of the Autobots do in that series. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, alright, I think that's enough of me ranting at the screen now and just spitting gibberish. I hope you guys enjoyed my incoherent rant, and I will see you next time. Rest in peace, Ben. We'll miss you, man. Thank you for everything you did. I hope your channel stays strong.
Hey, babe. Check out this new item. Metallica has the whole group got skins. Oh fuck, he took the high ground. Pretty sure he's the last kid I need to beat.